Hey buddies, it's Minsoo from TheBuddyForce. So this weekend we had the Winnipeg Regionals and I topped with Runick Superheavy Bestial Resonator. I had my I had my top from Dragon Link earlier, so I just goofing around and it ended up working out. We were gonna do a Dragon Link deck profile, but at this point I think everyone knows what a Dragon Link deck looks like, so there's kind of no point. Anyways, let's just get to the list. Alright, so main deck, starting with the super heavies, we just have the typical 3 bike, triple Wakaushi, 1 big Benki, Soul Piercer, and the scale. So usually how you do it is, if you start with this, you search Wakaushi, and then big Benki searches Soul Piercer, and then that searches the scales. If you open with the Wakaushi, you'd have this search the bike, and then the bike searches scales. So pretty simple. It gives you access to Coral Dragon and later the hand loop line. And next, the Runick package. So I'm playing 3 tip, 2 fountain, 3 flashing fire, 3 freezing curse, triple destruction, and triple Runick slumber. So just bare bone lineup. I'm just playing all the good Runick cards. So on surface level, it's like you might think it's weird because I'm playing a bunch of spells with super heavy samurais that have no spells in the grave, but the Runicks, since their whole gimmick is they put themselves back into the deck, usually it just ends up working out, and if for being in this deck, they're just basically 15 instant fusions. And as for the other packages, I was playing 3 Bestial Rebellion, the Magnamut, Serenir, Jerusalem, and the Regain for the Bestial package. It just gives you a lot of recursion, extra bodies. These can be disruption, they're good for going second and just breaking boards. And Regain came up a lot because outside of just being able to revive Dissipator, this also can be used to shuffle your extra deck stuff like SP. I remember one match I shuffled back SP, I want to say 3 times. I made SP a total of 4 times in that one game, so that was pretty good. And finally, while I was playing around with the deck, I figured out that the deck doesn't have any good discard fodder, so for that I decided to play the Resonator package. So Vision Resonator, if you discard it, you gain Crimson Guy, which gets you another Vision Resonator, so just a free discard. And on top of that, you can special summon it off if you have a Bestial on board, which is just the core of the Bestial Resonator deck. I've just been playtesting that a lot, and I figured it seemed to work pretty well, so I might as well try it, and it just ended up being really good. So at first, even if I wasn't synchro summoning or using it to special summon, I just pen summon it and use it to make SP. And finally, for my non-engine, I'm also playing this. I forgot about it because it just never came up. I was playing the Spriggans package. I was planning on cutting it, but I couldn't figure out what to cut it for. I just kept it. I only summoned it when I hard drew it, so it was okay. And now for my non-engine, I'm playing 2 Fenrir and 2 Pankratops. So a lot of Runick decks are playing like 3 Ash as their non-engine. Weirdly enough, it was a Triff tweet that got me thinking about it, because he had one tweet where it said, if you're only maining 3 Ash Blossoms as your hand traps, you're stupid because the single Ash doesn't really stop anything. At first it's like, riffing outlandish, and then I thought about it, and I was like, oh crap, he's right. And so I just moved to this. It worked out really well actually, because turns out these 2 can break most boards going second. Just summon this, punch, banish, pop, and then that's most boards. And if you have a Bestial, that's pretty good too. Alright. And now finally for the extra deck. For the Runicks, I'm playing 2 Hugin, 1 Gary, and 1 Sleipnir. So the Sleipnir is there to be like another SP, it's a backup plan. In the regional it didn't come up much, but while I was playing it in locals and playtesting beforehand, it came up a decent bit, and I think I'd still keep it. At worst, it's another body to make SP with. And for the synchro lineup, Coral Dragon, which is what you make using Wakaushi and Hugin, and it just lets you make Barone before you fully commit your pen summon. A Soul Star to Synchro, Omega, which is part of your main combo because you're gonna Omega them twice. I was playing this, so I just wanted something for time, and so I'm not playing Chaos Angel. It just didn't come up. It's not like Dragon Link where you can get the light and dark very easily. So I just decided to cut it, and it came up once. I popped the Keshira Birth with it, so it was pretty good. And I'm playing Drone and Dissipator. These are usually part of your end boards because you summon this off a Coral Dragon, and off the pen summons, you summon a Dissipator and an Omega, you Omega them, and then you Dissipator revive the Omega, Omega them again for twice. Usually when I got full combo, they just scooped. Because it's really hard to play through 3 Omni Negates, a Runick spell lineup, and with 4 cards in hand. Xyz, this package, I was saying every time I could do this, I could do the Omega hand loop, so I was like, why the hell am I gonna ever do this? They're only in here because I couldn't figure out what to replace them with. So yeah, these were I was basically playing with the 13 card extra deck. Typhon was really good. Against the same match that I mentioned where I summoned SP 4 times, I summoned this twice. It got bounced, and then I just summoned it again. I think in that game we total of 4 Typhons got summoned because we kept doing that to each other. That is weird. It's good. It helps break boards. It's like it helps negate the board, and then once the board is like stunned, you can start popping stuff with your Runick spells. So, and finally, for the good link cards, I'm playing IP and SP. So sometimes you'd end with the IP Masquerena, or sometimes you'd end with an SP. Banish your own like card in your graveyard, get another draw of regained. Usually if I was ending on IP, I had like a Fenrir on board, or I didn't have to link with a Dissipator, so I could like get a free link fodder. And I would have played this at 2, but these are like 150 USD each, so and also they're like hard to find because AGOF cards. So basically that's why I had to recycle it by banishing off of a Bestial and putting it back in drawing off of regain. I don't think I have to explain too much about SP, it's just the best card in the game. And now for the side deck, I was playing 3 Droll, 3 Ghost Spell, Triple Nib, Triple Mourner, and Triple Denko. I think these are pretty straightforward for what matchup it's good against. A Denko, I never ended up siding it in because I didn't play against any back row decks, but if I had to play against one, you know, I don't set anything. I have a bunch of free specials, so Denko's pretty good. Yeah, these all came up. There was one time against a tier, I opened all 3 with a Bestial, and I just thought if I lose this, I deserve to lose, and I didn't. So that was fun. And one thing for siding patterns, I have to shout out to my friend Gabe. I saw him siding at playing around once with my deck, and he sided at 3 Slumbers. I was like, oh, that's pretty good, because going second, Slumber doesn't really do anything. And beforehand, I was obsessed with keeping the Runick lineup because you need a certain amount of Runicks to like get the engine going. But he did that. I was like, oh yeah, going second, they're just removal cards. Pretty good. And yeah, that is the list. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to be doing a combo tutorial video on this later, just to show you how the deck functions, just to prove that it functions, because I explained why, but it still kind of sounds weird saying Runick super heavy. And it's a pretty fun pile to play. I wouldn't recommend playing the deck if you're gonna do any like major events that are go like 9 rounds. It was a 7-round tournament for us, and thankfully I got Drolled all of twice and they couldn't kill me through Droll, so I just killed them with the kickback. So that ended up working out. Thanks for watching, and bye guys.